obviously the Nats are in a position where they can't afford to lose any more series. They've started to play better over the last 11 games. Bryce Harper's starting to hit better. We've been killing Harper for 3.5 months.
Right.
But this is a time right now, and this series is huge because with the way the wild card's set up, there's so many teams you kind of have to leapfrog. It puts a lot of pressure on the Nats to beat the Braves and the Phillies head-to-head to try and gain some ground. And the Nats have played pretty well over the last 10 games, but they really haven't cut into the Phillies' lead too much. I mean, last night Phillies lost, so they got a half game. But this is a big one, and it starts today at 1 o'clock. It's going to be hot. Day-night doubleheader. They got another day game on Thursday, the getaway game. So what's your take on this series with the Braves? Huge for the Nats.
Yeah, I think it's huge for both teams, obviously. I mean, I could speak for Atlanta. Anytime that, like, the Braves play the Nationals, it could be the beginning of the season or the second month of the season. Everybody goes, oh, huge series. And everybody goes, well, it's a long season. But, now we're at the point of it really is a huge series because, like you said, I mean, you look at the standings and in Atlanta, it's weird because nobody really expected this year. Then the team started playing well, and everyone said, well, wait till May or June or July, and they just kind of kept going. And then they came out of the All-Star break, and they lost like 5 of 6 or 6 of 8 or whatever it was, and everyone said, okay, well, here it goes. This is what we've expected. And now they've come back, and they've won 6 of 7. And if you look at the standings, it's basically obviously a 3-team race, like you said, and I don't know what the Phillies think, but I think, certainly a lot of people in the Braves front office and certainly Atlanta have kept waiting for the Nationals to take off. I mean, I think any reasonable person would look at rosters and say that's the best team in the division, but, here we are, and it hasn't happened yet. Nobody has separated themselves, and so obviously it's up in the air. And in terms of the wild card race, I think any team would tell you they would rather win the division because again, once you get into the wild card race, you're not just trying to beat one team head up and to try to finish ahead of them. You basically have a bunch of teams. So the survivor of this race very possibly may not even make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, we'll see what happens.